Hello everyone, welcome to today's YouTube video. I'm super excited. Today we are going to be talking about why you can't get over this relationship, this situationship, this friendship, whatever it is. And the reason why you can't let go and you can't move on and you can't get over it is because you are attached. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the law of detachment and basically how you guys can detach from something that needs to be over and that you just can't let go of. And yeah, I think that detachment is very important, and I'm going to get into all the reasons why I feel that way. All right, so when you're attached to something, basically they control your emotions, so you rely on them for your happiness, and they really dictate whether or not you're happy, sad, or whatever. So for example, if they don't text you back, you're anxious, you're depressed, you're sad, you feel upset. But if they give you attention, you're happy, you're excited, you're over the moon, and you're constantly feeling these high highs and low lows. And it can be really addicting when you're constantly feeling those high highs and low lows, because it's actually causing you to be more attached because of how addicting it is, and because of the fact that your nervous system is going for like a roller coaster basically. So it actually causes you to become more attached to the person when you start feeling this way. So the key is to just know and be aware and be conscious and to practice the law of detachment. So when you feel that way and when you let this person dictate your emotions, you're basically a slave. Like, you're basically a slave to them, because you have given them the right to basically determine if you're happy, sad, depressed, or anxious, or whatever it is. And you have taken away your own right to really give yourself those emotions and feel those things for yourself and from yourself. So it's really unhealthy, guys. And like I said, once you get in that toxic loop where you're attached, it only makes you more and more attached, because your nervous system is literally going for a roller coaster ride. So yeah, the first thing that I want you guys to really understand is that when you're attached to something, you're actually preventing the universe from like working its magic on your life. So say you're in a relationship and it hasn't been working out for months now. You have not been feeling happy, you have been feeling unfulfilled, you're feeling like it just needs to be over for whatever reason. And the reason why you feel that way is because it's the universe telling you that this relationship is not meant for you anymore and it's no longer serving you. And the reason why is because there's better things waiting for you. There's a different person out there who would be better suited for you, who would be a better partner to you. There's opportunities and jobs and new locations and new things waiting for you on the other side. But if you continue to neglect and look past what the universe is trying to tell you because you're so attached to this person, you are never going to be able to reach your fullest potential. Because say you did break up with that person, maybe you would move to that new city, you would meet the love of your life, you would start that new career, you would do all those things that you're meant to do. But when you continuously hold on to something because you're so attached and you ignore the universe and the signals and the signs it's trying to give you, you are preventing that from happening, and you're not going to end up living your best life. So you really need to understand that if you want to practice the law of detachment, because you have to fully trust and understand that the universe is looking out for you. It's on your side. It knows things that you don't know. It sees things that you don't see. It hears things that you don't hear. And at the end of the day, you need to trust its plan, and you need to trust that if you follow it and you do what you don't necessarily want to do but need to do, that it's all going to work out and it's all going to be okay. So if this relationship ended for whatever reason, or friendship ended for whatever reason, you need to just accept that, and you need to just let go and detach and move on. And it's going to make it easier knowing that the pain is temporary, but the happiness is forever. So you might have to go through a short period of tears and loneliness and sadness in order to get to the good part. But once you're there, it's all gonna work out. Like, I know the majority of you guys watching this have probably gone through a breakup where it really, really sucked and really, really hurt. But at the end of the day, you were like, I'm glad that that happened to me because I learned from it. I became a better person from it. And now I'm here living a better life. So keep that in mind always, and know that you have to let go sometimes. And especially if the door is already shut and you just can't seem to close it and accept the fact that it's closed, it's just, you guys, you have to accept it. You're blocking your blessings. And the thing is, you can't find something better until you fully close that chapter. So if you are still entertaining your ex, if you are still holding on to your ex, attached to the fact or the idea of you guys being together, you're never going to move on and find something better until you fully accept the fact that it didn't work out, and that it's over, and that it's okay. It's part of life, and that it wasn't meant to be. If it didn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. So you need to trust that. So stop fixating on a certain outcome, because when you are just so obsessed and attached to a certain outcome, you're operating from a place of fear and of scarcity and of control. You need to be operating from a place of trust and belief and faith, because when you truly believe and you truly have faith that you are going to get what you deserve and that the universe has your back, you are not going to feel the need to control everything and be so obsessed and so fixated on a certain outcome or a certain thing happening. For example, when I met my now boyfriend, obviously I liked him, and I'm sure a lot of girls can relate to this, because I think a lot of girls, they meet a guy that they like and they're like, become so obsessed with the idea of them together. And I'm sure guys maybe do this with girls too. Like, you meet somebody and you really like them, and then you just become obsessed with like all these ideas of what ifs. But I learned that that's not how something good and healthy is created. Something good and healthy is created through trusting the universe and letting things happen naturally. Because when you do that, you are operating from a place of trust and belief and faith. You're not operating of a place of control and fear or scarcity. Because when you are operating from that vibration, it's because you don't truly feel like you deserve it, or it's because you don't truly feel like it's gonna happen. When you truly believe, you're not worried, you're not stressed, you're not controlling, you're not so fixated and obsessed with this certain outcome. So for example, I always told myself to just let things happen naturally. And like I said, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's not gonna be. And when you're operating from that place, you're going to attract what's meant for you. And at the end of the day, why would you want something that's not meant for you when you could have something that is meant for you? This is what I don't understand. And I know that it's really hard sometimes in the moment and it's painful, but you have to understand and accept this. All right. Now I want you guys to understand that you need to stop romanticizing. You need to stop, like I said, obsessing over what something could be. I know so many people that stay in relationships because they're like, what if it changes? What if we start dating? What if he fixes this? What if we end up being like this? What if it all works out? What if all these what ifs, and you just become so attached to this fantasy that you have created in your head. But guys, you need to realize that the only thing that is real is what is happening in front of you in the present moment in reality. So Stop staying with a guy that makes you miserable and that gives you every single red flag because you're so attached to this fantasy of what you guys could be. That's not what you guys are. You have to take what somebody gives you and ask yourself, is this really what's right for me or is it not? Because like I said, when you are so attached to that fantasy, you're preventing yourself from walking away and finding what is meant for you. And you wouldn't even be fantasizing about all those things if it was right and the person was giving you what you really needed. Because your fantasy would be like your reality. It wouldn't be something that you're fantasizing and dreaming about and wanting to come into fruition, because it would already be good. So think about that and realize that attaching to this fantasy is not going to help you detach, and it's not going to help you to be in control of your emotions and to take back control over your life. It's only going to cause you to be on this emotional roller coaster more and more, which is not good. It's not healthy, and it's not going to help you reach your fullest potential. Now, you need to realize your worth, guys. You need to realize that you are okay on your own. And you need to understand that if somebody is not going to give you what you deserve, or they're not going to see your value or your worth, then you shouldn't even want them. And I feel like this is something that is such a game changer. It's changing your mindset and changing your attitude. So instead of seeing things and blaming yourself, like for example, say you can't get this guy to text you back. You can't get him to see your value, whatever. Stop looking at it from the perspective of being like, oh, he doesn't see my value. What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? Am I not good enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not valuable enough? Instead, you should be seeing it from a perspective of, oh, he can't even text me back. Well, do I even want a guy that can't text me back? He can't see my value. Do I even want to be with a guy who can't see my value? No. You need to change your mindset. And obviously that's only if you actually are displaying value. It's one thing if you are just not showing up in a good way, then you can't really just like be delusional. But if you have put as much effort into this as you can, if you have done the best that you can, and you have been the best person that you can be, then you need to switch your mindset and you need to switch the way you're looking at things. And instead of blaming yourself, you need to ask yourself, do I even really want someone who can't prioritize me? No. You need to realize that there's other things out there for you. If somebody can't realize your value and treat you the way you need to be treated, then you need to be able to walk away and to detach. You need to stop attaching to these people that are not worthy of you, guys. And that all stems from knowing your worth, because if you don't know your worth, you're just going to settle for anyone who tries to define your worth at all, and you're just going to be constantly seeking validation from these people, especially if you can't be on your own. If you can't be on your own, you are going to become so attached and just cling to whatever or whoever comes your way. And that is not good, guys. That is only going to lead you to settle. That's never going to lead you to find the most optimal person for you, or the love of your life, or the person who truly makes you so happy that you're in love with. That's only going to lead you to cling to whoever is there to keep you company and to support you and make you feel like you're not alone. And that's not what you guys want, and that's not what you guys deserve. You guys deserve to be patient and find the person who really is right for you and you really do truly love and have a healthy relationship with. So if you can't be alone and you are constantly, clinging from person to person, and as soon as it doesn't work out, you're on to the next person and you're attached to them, and then you're attached to the next person, you need to sit down with yourself and you need to ask yourself why. You need to train yourself to be alone. You need to train yourself to enjoy spending time with yourself, to face your inner demons, to do shadow work, to go to therapy if that's what you need, to do whatever it is that you need to do in order to find that self-love and that contentness with yourself. So that is so important, guys. Please, if you can't be independent, like I said, you are going to settle for whoever's available, and that is only going to block your blessings, like I said, and it's going to prevent you from finding what is truly meant for you. And when you're in those relationships with people that are not truly meant for you, that are not truly right for you, and you just force it and attach to it and cling on to it and make it happen when it's not meant to, you are going to be messing up the whole trajectory of your life, because you are going against the path that the universe has set out for you and that the universe wants you to be on, and you are just ignoring it and you're turning your back to it because you choose to take the easy route, which is to feel these temporary pleasures. But in the end, it's only going to give you long-term pain, unfulfillment, and you're going to be unsatisfied with your life. And you don't want to look back on your life and think, why did I do that? I sacrificed opportunities, my own true fulfillment and happiness, true love, for temporary pleasure, and just because you didn't want to be alone. So if you can't be alone, you really need to sit down with yourself and figure out why that is. Now, I think a lot of people mistake love for possession. Guys, love is not possession. Possession is only a way to feed your ego. And I think a lot of people think love is, this person is mine, like you belong to me, you are mine, whatever, this relationship is mine. And yeah, you guys have committed to each other, but it's not your possession. Possessions are just ways to feed your ego. So I have this car, I have this house, I have this body, I have these clothes, I have this and that. Those are all just ways to feed your ego. At the end of the day, those things are not love, and they don't cause you to feel true love. True love is loving and accepting somebody as who they are as a person, and saying, I want you to be free to be who you are, and the fact that you two chose each other is what's beautiful. That choosing somebody and having free will is different than being possessive of someone and being like, you are mine, you can't do this, you can't do that, and just being so attached to them to the point where you don't even view them as a human being anymore. You view them as an item that belongs to you. That is not love. That is toxic, and yeah, it's not love, and it only is coming from a place of attachment, which again just feeds your ego. So be aware of your ego coming into play, and when you think something is love, you have to ask yourself, is this love, or is this just my ego and my attachment and my possession? So understand that and realize that if you want to feel true love, you have to be aware of your ego. And at the end of the day, guys, persistence is resistance. So the more that you persist and the more that you cling to something and you attach to something and you become so obsessed with something, you are only causing resistance. So when you chase something, what does it do? It runs away, and it only makes it harder for you to catch it. So when you approach something from the whole I don't chase, I attract kind of mindset, that's when good things come to you. Because like I said, when you're chasing something and you're so persistent on something, you're only causing resistance. You're only causing it to run further away from you. So you have to switch your outlook. You have to switch your perspective on things. And if you do meet somebody that you really like or love, don't come at it from a place of fear and scarcity and control and like obsession and possession. Come at it from a place of love and acceptance and faith and belief. That is when things are going to work out for you. And yeah, just know that you guys are all worthy of love. And if you're going through a breakup right now, you have to just understand that it's part of the plan. It's going to be okay. You might be feeling pain right now, but in the long run, it's all going to work out so much better. And people come into our lives sometimes to teach us things and to make us stronger, smarter, and wiser. So you have to accept that certain things in life are just going to be a lesson, and that you have to let go. Because like I said, once you finally really let go, even if you guys have broken up, you could still be attached to the person. Once you finally let go, that's when you're going to actually see all these opportunities come into your life, because you can't open another door until you've closed the other one. So remember that. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just a little overview on detachment and my thoughts on it. And yeah, if you did enjoy it, please give it a like and a comment and subscribe. I'm soon going to be coming out with a online community and course for girls. So if you're interested in being surrounded by other girls who are like-minded and motivated and want to help each other succeed, then stay on the lookout. And my course is also going to be a whole overview on basically how to level up and love your life as a girl, and just how to become high value in every aspect of your life. I'll be talking more about it in the future, but if that's something you're interested, then definitely stay tuned and let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, have a great day. Bye.